Welcome. This is the 5th episode in my series, It's So Hot That. This is supposed to be the antidote to those silly videos you see where they cherry pick local weather stories to make it appear as though the Earth is cooling, when in fact it is warming. I use the same criteria as they do, but I just include the reports that they've dropped out, i.e. the ones that show that temperatures are going up. There has been flash flooding in southwest England, the worst flooding in many years. Several homes have been devastated by the influx of water during these floods. An eruption north of Mount Shasta in California has caused a major fire. This is not what is needed when there's a mega drought in progress. Over 400 acres have been burned by the lava fires so far. We're now beginning to see the consequences of this heat wave in Canada and the northwest. 34 places set new record highs in Canada. The Canadian record was broken once again with a temperature of 121 degrees Fahrenheit or 49.7 degrees centigrade. That was broken 3 days in a row. There have been 134 heat-related deaths in Vancouver alone, and over 30 heat-related deaths in Oregon and another 12 in Washington. These heat waves are deadly. It's not only the northwest that's suffering from heat problems, the northeast is as well, because that's where I live and it's been pretty bloody here. It's been swelteringly hot. Temperatures of 95 degrees or 35 degrees centigrade have been made worse by the humidity, which makes it feel like over 105 degrees Fahrenheit or 41 degrees centigrade. There's been excessive heat advisories issued in New Jersey, Delaware and Pennsylvania. Hurricane Elsa formed in the South Atlantic this week with winds of over 75 miles per hour. That's a category 1. It's now just south of Cuba, and if it gets past Cuba, it could inundate Florida and the southeast with heavy rain. Over 160,000 Cubans have been evacuated so far. This is already the 5th named storm in the 2021 hurricane season. More problems as a result of the heat wave in Canada. Now wildfires are starting to form. Over 250 residents of Lytton were evacuated as fires swept through the town. This is the town that set the record temperatures several days in a row. The entire town was engulfed in flames in just 15 minutes, according to a local official. Over 1,100 people are in hospital due to heat-related conditions in the Pacific Northwest. Fires are also raging in Cyprus as a result of the heat wave there. It's the worst forest fire in the history of Cyprus, according to one of the officials. There are 4 dead so far. Now we're looking at drought. Over 41% of the US is suffering from some form of drought. That's up 2% from just last week. It's worst in the desert southwest, of course, and there's a water crisis in California, but that's not necessarily new. High temperatures have also hit India. There have been 4 days in a row where temperatures have exceeded 104 degrees Fahrenheit or 40 degrees centigrade in Rajasthan. In New Delhi, temperatures reached 43.1 degrees centigrade or 110 degrees Fahrenheit. Excessive power consumption has closed several businesses or cut working hours, with a large economic impact. The monsoon rains have been unusually delayed, the worst in 15 years. Heavy rains have hit the Tokyo area in Japan. Mudslide hit a town with 19 people missing, perhaps many more. New Zealand records its hottest June since records began, exceeds a 30-year average temperature by over 2 degrees centigrade. The ski resorts there, which normally open at this time, are struggling to do so. But the farmers are happier because the wet, cool conditions have broken the 2-year drought and provided more food for the animals. We can summarize this by looking at the number of record highs and record lows. In the last week, we've had over 2,000 record highs and only 216 record lows. That's a ratio of nearly 10 to 1. The conclusion is that the Earth is still warming. Have you got any good It's So Hot jokes? Please share. I'm running out of ammunition. Thanks a lot. Until next time, goodbye.